Alright, what's going on, guys? Today I want to take you through my push day. Uh, Today's basically kind of breaking the ice. This is the first day that I've recorded myself in public. It was a little awkward at first, but pretty much after you see me do bench here, it went away. So the first thing I do is I go to the flat bench on push day and I warm up with just the bar. Get the shoulders loosened up, get just a feel of the weight. I do 2 push days in a week, and so basically it's a little tight when I first start, so I kind of want to warm up and get everything loosened up. I went from the bar, and then I added 25-pound plates to make it for 95 pounds. And I pretty much work slowly my way up to my actual working weight. Now today it was a little sore for this day than it normally is, so I don't do as much weight as I probably would. Mainly more reps. I would do more reps than usual, but because I am working out by myself today as well, uh, I didn't want to push it harder and then get the weight stuck on me because that can tend to happen. So I didn't do that. I was playing it safe. So now I have 135 on the bar. Some of my reps I'm not too happy about. I like to go all the way down to the chest, not bounce off the chest, but I like to go at least tap the chest, possibly pause, and then go back up. They were a lot of my reps actually in this workout I'm not entirely proud of now that I'm going back and reviewing the footage. But it is what it is. Like I said, I was a little sore, so the next one I'll definitely keep in mind to keep the reps in a lot more cleaner, because it's not so much how much weight you push, it's more of the quality of the rep that you're going to do. So this has ended up the max that I did. This is 145. I think I got, I don't know, about 5 reps or so. Is that 2? Alright, so I got 4. I can do more, but like I said, I'm trying to play it safe because I do not have a spotter. Now, in these clips, I jumped to incline dumbbell press. Something I've learned today about myself is I make some of the dumbest faces when I lift weight. Like, I didn't even realize that I do this until I literally got home. I put the SD card in the computer and looked at the footage, and I realized, especially in the incline press, I made, I don't know, it's almost like my lips, like you just see in there, it almost looks like my lips just start to twitch. I don't know, it's weird. But I started off with, anyways, I started off with 40-pound dumbbells, and now for the second set, I jumped to 45. Now, these actually were kind of hitting my tries a little bit. I hit tries pretty hard on Monday, and I didn't really feel anything until I started pressing some weight, and it started to hurt a little bit. Now, when it comes to incline press, one of the biggest things that I like to focus on is the ends of the dumbbells that are closest to me. I really prefer to get those to touch just the outside parts of my chest. That's really my goal. Try to get as deep as possible. Really get that stretch in and push that weight. But unfortunately, not all of them are like that. Now, also too, just to let you know that this footage is sped up about 30%. So, in person, I'm really actually not going this fast. I'm going to take it real slow and go with it. The 45 towards the end, my form, I feel like kind of started to degrade a little bit. So in the final set that you're seeing right now, I went back to the 40s. Again, your best bet is try to not let your ego get in the way and think that, oh, I'll just lift heavier weight and do less reps. And really, you really want to get that form into play, because if you start degrading in your form, you're a lot more prone to injury, and I'm definitely not in the mood to hurt anything. So I dropped the weight, I went back down, and towards the beginning, my reps, I did get deep like I would like to, and then towards the end, they didn't get as good. Now, I did do 3 chest exercises, but unfortunately, the next chest machine that I wanted to use was taken. So I went ahead and hit a tricep. I went to triceps for a little bit and did some dips. Now, the first set that you saw, I did with just body weight, and I breezed through, I think, 12 reps. And I realized that my form in some of these isn't very good. Like the one that you just seen now, I had a 20-pound dumbbell pinch between my legs, and I think it maybe started getting a little too heavy for me. But I am really proud of this though, because when I first started working out about 4 months ago, I couldn't do one dip on my own. Even with body weight, I couldn't do it. So now knowing that I can at least do dips with actual proper form with body weight, to me is a huge accomplishment. It makes me feel great. So this is the chest machine that I wanted to hit next, but like I said, somebody was using it. He was supersetting, so it took a little bit longer than I hoped. But so I went, like I said, I went ahead and played with something else. But uh, so I started with 130 pounds here, but I tried something new. I've seen a lot of people do this, and I gripped higher up on the machine, as you can see, and I really tried to implement pulling more with my pinkies in a way, not with pinkies, but on the side of my hand with my pinkies, to really isolate the chest and really get that squeeze in. If you've never done it before, I highly recommend it. It felt great. It really targeted the chest a lot more. Um, it felt great. The second set, I jumped to 140. I think I got like 8 reps or something like that. I didn't count it there. And it was a little heavy. My form really started kind of going to crap. So I stepped the weight back down. I didn't let my ego get in the way. So I went back to 130. And even here, it started getting pretty heavy. And so my form started going a little bit downhill. Now that we're done with chest, we jumped over to a tricep pushdown. Now, as you can see, for here, it's kind of a hit or miss on how you can do these properly. A lot of people say that your elbows need to stay 100% in the same exact position. You can't move them. Honestly, I think even with a little bit of lift, it's not so much of a big deal. What you don't want to do is to pull your elbows way up in the air, yank down, and then do the push down. So as you can see here, my elbows pretty much stay very close to the same position. They have a little bit of movement, but not much. Uh, so honestly, I don't really worry about it too much. Now, if they start getting any much higher than what they were, uh, I just stick with it. I lower the weight and get the form back. So I started off with 42.5 pounds is what the one plate was, and now I believe this is with 50 pounds. Everything felt pretty good. I got stuck right here, but I pushed it. That's kind of the biggest thing is you always want to push it. I mean, if it hurts, stop. But if it's kind of like one of the things you just feel it because you're working out, you push it. Get them force reps in. That's what's really going to influence growth. Now, for the last movement that I did for the push day was a skull crusher. I did something a little different. Again, I experimented trying something new. And for this one, it's an incline skull crusher. I've seen a lot of people do it, and I kind of really wanted to see what it was about, exactly what difference does it make. And I could feel a little bit different isolation in the tricep, but not a whole lot. Honestly, I could be perfectly fine just doing it on a flat bench. The weight I started with was 40 pounds, and I ended up going up to 50, and it was okay. I got anywhere from, I think, my rep range was around 6 to 8 reps. They felt good. Elbows here are a little flared out, a little bit more than I'd really like them to be. So that's something, I need to really work on is getting them elbows sucked in and getting the form right. Okay, so in this next clip, you're going to kind of get a little bit of a physique update. It's pretty much the starting point of my lean bulk, so we can track the progress as time goes on. Now, when I did kind of like a cut, I didn't shred my body fat down a lot. I'm roughly around, it's hard to say. A bunch of different things are saying a bunch of different things, but I'm thinking I'm roughly around 15%, 16% body fat. It's a little high, but I feel like it's a good starting point for a lean bulk, which that's my idea of it. So we'll figure this out as time goes on. But as you can see, my posing is quite pathetic. I'm not very good at it, but as time goes on, we will get better at it, I promise. So kind of what I pointed out is my abs actually started sticking out a little bit. Well, they started to. It's pretty much the first time I've seen my abs in quite a few years. I also attempted a lat spread, which my lats are they're small. They're absolutely puny. That is one of the two areas that I really want to focus on when it comes to this lean bulk. My back is just absolutely small. Same for my legs. As you'll see in a little bit, I do show my legs. They have some definition in them, and you can see each head of the quad, but they're pretty small, and I really want to build that up. So as you can see here, my back, it's got some definition in it, not a lot, but the size of it is really small, and I really want to build that up. I've never really had a strong back, so I've been working on it, and it's getting better as time goes on, but now I need to get some size on it. And like I said here, show off my legs. You can see a little bit of definition in them, but size is, they're really small. So I want to start building that up too. All right, well, if you guys have any questions, feel free to write them down in the comments below. I'll be happy to help to the best of my ability, and I hope to see you guys in the next video.